Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here with Paul Babb from Maxon, and Maxon had some pretty big news this week. So, well, in addition to a new release, R21, you guys have also announced a new way of selling your product.
Yes.
So, I don't know which one you want to tackle first, the new stuff, or the way you sell, or just all in one?
The new stuff is probably the biggest news. So probably the first one, which affects people in some way, just make it easier to buy our package. So we don't have the broadcast, visualize, or body paint versions anymore. We just have one Cinema 4D, which has all the features in there. And frankly, most people were buying the studio version anyway, so it's really just bowing to pressure to a certain point. And then we've made it a lot easier for people to buy our software. As you know, we became a global company last year, and previously there was the Maxon shop, there was the UK shop, there was the US shop, Maxon UK shop, Maxon Germany shop, and then our distributor channel. And so now we will have one global online shop. And of course, a new way of entitling Cinema 4D. So no more temporary serial numbers, permanent serial numbers. We now have a download the application, create an account, and go immediately. And you only have to download once. So the demo version is the same as the commercial version. It's just what kind of type of entitlement you have for the actual application. So it's getting it easy for people to just download and purchase Cinema 4D very quickly. And then of course, making it easy to purchase is also about pricing. So we've adopted or added a subscription system, and that pricing is $60 a month for US and $50 a month for euros for Europe. Tax not included, depending on your area. And so we're trying to make 3D more accessible to the entire world. We've always been the democratization 3D company, trying to get it out there, build up a community and that type of thing. And that's been the one obstacle is the ease of buying Cinema 4D, the ease of affording Cinema 4D. And so we're hoping that this will get rid of that one last obstacle we have to bringing 3D out to the entire design community.
So the different versions that you had, essentially all of that was in your main Pro version of Cinema 4D anyway.
They were basically just feature subsets, making the application a bit more affordable. So the Prime version was $1,000. It was sort of an entry level. Can you imagine $1,000 being an entry level for somebody just out of college?
Yeah.
So, and the broadcast version just had a subset of features that were suited towards broadcast artists and those types of things. But by bringing the price point down to $60 a month, it basically, why have separate versions? So just give everybody all the features which they want to have anyway,
and more options to get to the software and use the software.
Exactly, and we still do have the perpetual version for those who have, fear of or uncomfortableness with subscription.
Right.
We will still have that with an upgrade path on an annual basis. So, yeah.
Were you also selling through resellers prior to this, and how will that work going forward?
Maxon, especially Maxon Germany, has had a long history with many of their distributors, 30 years for some of them. And so, no, we don't want to lose our distributors. Our distributors are ambassadors to those regions. And having been appointed head of worldwide marketing last year, I don't want them going anywhere. I would like them to continue partnering with them to help me reach out to the community. The North and South American territory has kept me busy for 20 years. And then opening up the rest of the world and trying to find a way to reach out to that community, I need those ambassadors. So we still very much value our distributors, and we'll be working very closely with them. If you are visiting one of our distributors around the world and end up on our shop, you are essentially buying through that distributor. We've just created the technology so that works more smoothly.
Nice.
So you don't have to go to their shop, they don't have to call us for a serial number, wait for the serial number to come back, those types of
So
things.
it's not like you're cutting them out,
We're not cutting them out, it's just we're cutting them out of the work. We're making it easy for them to sell our product by one click.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so this will be available to more people, it'll be more accessible. Can you talk about the ease of use of the product for people that are just learning? Because I know that you guys with Cineversity, you're big into training and getting people started and making it easier for them to work.
Sure. 3D is hard. 3D is complex. I think anybody picking up Photoshop for the first time would find it complex. And then you start to learn, oh, okay, I kind of get this. Once you start learning the basics of it, the basic concepts, it's not that hard. It's the same with 3D. And we've been doing this for years. I could sit somebody down and teach them the basics very quickly. There are certain things where you can, depending on where they come from, You just need to give people that first aha moment. Oh, okay, I get that. Oh, now I get the concept, and now I can dig a little deeper.
Right.
I used to use the analogy that 3D is like learning how to play the piano. I could sit you down and teach you chopsticks in about 5 minutes. Well, that's kind of like teaching you how to do a flying 3D logo or 3D text. I can teach you that in 5 minutes. Now, you want to do articulated character animation and make it look photoreal? That's like playing a concerto at Carnegie Hall. It's going to take you a few years to get there.
Yeah.
But the basics of 3D are fairly easy to pick up. The new version, we've been able to get a quick start dialogue in there because we recognize opening it up to a wider audience, you want to get them some aha moments immediately. So we've developed a quick start, and I've worked with 3 artists to create these very short onboarding quick start tutorials that are about 10 to 12 minutes long to try to give people that aha moment. One of them's a cute little whimsical character, one of them's a product packaging type of thing, and one of them is motion graphics, which is what a lot of our customers do. And the hope is that those tutorials will give them at least enough of a, oh, okay, I get the basics of it, for them to want to then click over to Cineversity and maybe watch a longer form tutorial to get deeper into the application.
That's very cool. Now, what about some new pieces to R21? What can people expect?
Great, yes. So adding to our Academy Award-winning MoGraph tool set, we added something called Field Forces, which actually brings dynamics a bit more into Field Forces. So you could actually use MoGraph to drive dynamic forces through the animations and things like that. So it's going to open up some unlimited possibilities. Some of the things that we've seen just with beta testers playing with it are just amazing. So I can't wait for that to get into people's hands. Motion graphics, we just talked about. Text and logos are the bread and butter of 3D, and for years I have wanted a better caps and bevel system. They have put that in for me now, yay. I've been wanting this for a long time, much easier. And there's great possibilities there's a library of caps and bevels you can choose from, but you can also create your own and save those to your own library.
And you could adjust them and make them your own.
Make them your own,
yeah.
It's all animatable. There's just so many things you can do with this, and it's not limited to just text and fonts. It's actually works with all our spline-based nerved objects. So you can use it for creating models. One of the demos we're doing has nothing to do with fonts and logos. It's more about how you could use those caps and bevels to actually create great models. And then we've got a new Mixamo control rig, and that is for people who want to just down and dirty, I want to have a character walking through my scene or running. You can grab from that Mixamo library, drop it on a character. The artist in our in-house guy is giving us a process that we're going to put on Cineversity. Literally rigs and has a character running around in 2 minutes. So the ability to just add some life to your scene is going to be very easy.
And that's within the software.
Yeah. So, and Mixamo's out there. It's been out there for a long time, and it's a great little library of motion capture, movement, and things like that. So that'll be really great. And then we've opened up the material node system to third-party rendering engines, so they can now tap into our material node system. And there's just so many other great little improvements, speed-up improvements in the modeling kernel, speed-up improvements in rendering. And then, I didn't mention, the subscription. Also, we have a bundle version with Redshift. So Redshift with Cinema 4D is also available in that subscription for an additional around $20 a month.
It's fantastic. Anything else that I haven't asked that's important?
Isn't that enough?
It is enough. It's enough. It's enough. Do you want to point people to the website?
Sure. I mean, obviously, Maxon.net would be the first place to go for Cinema 4D information. Our Release 21 will be shipping early September, but if you click the buy button now, you can put in your information for interest when we're shipping. We'll just notify people when we're actually shipping. And if you're watching from the show, you can watch our presenters on c4dlive.com. We've got a great lineup of artists. Very diverse group of people. We've got a bunch of women. We've got somebody doing a Spanish demo from a guy from Mexico who does a children's animated show, and some really great presentations.
It's very cool.
Oh, and she's right. I did forget that. Vicky. We're having a road show. We're doing a road show. We're bringing cinema out to the masses. We said we're bringing it to the world, so we're bringing it to the world. We're having a 26-city road show. 15 cities in North America, 11 cities in Europe, and we've got demand from Australia, India, Japan, Mexico, and Brazil to bring the roadshow there as well. We're going to be bringing out a great signature animation piece where we're going to break down from beginning to end, from storyboards to end. We're going to give away the project files. Everybody who attends the roadshow will receive 3 months of cinema, 3 months of Redshift, a month of Adobe CC, and 3 months of Sketchfab. Roadshow is sponsored by Dell, NVIDIA, Adobe, and NAB.
That is very cool.
It's really cool.
And they can see the cities on your site as well? They can go to your site and see what cities
I don't believe there's a link over to the Roadshow site yet. We just got it up. It's 3dmotiontour.com, but we will have a link directly from the Maxon site. There's still some tweaking going on, but it is live, but we haven't linked to it yet, but the signups are there.
Okay.
It's going to be very exciting.
Fantastic. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Very cool. It's Randy Altman, Paul Babb from Maxon.